Hey parking fans, welcome to the channel. Do you think somebody with depression deserves to have a handicap disabled parking placard to park closer to the door? What do you think about that? Wait till you see today's video. Yeah, welcome back into the channel, everybody. Today's video out of San Francisco, California, here in the United States, of course. And this one is going to show us exactly what one of the big problems is with handicap placards and the illegal use of those said license plates and placards in cars for people who don't or who might not actually need them. Let's jump into the video today from CBS SF Channel 5.
It's a huge problem. People illegally using disabled placards to park for free. Now the state is doing something about it. KPIX5's Mike Sugarman on the audit now facing the DMV. Mike?
Well, Liz, we've been doing stories about this. I can remember back to 1990, 26 years ago, and attempts to stop it have been going on for almost as long. Nothing's worked. Now a new idea to audit the DMV. Will it work? There is hope. There is an incredible amount of fraud, and it's been going on for years. There has to be. Does 1 in 8 California drivers have a disability? That's how many placards there are out there.
If everybody in the city who was disabled parked at a meter, there would be no more meters available for anybody else.
In fact, everyone with a disability placard couldn't park at a meter because there are twice as many placards as there are San Francisco parking meters. Why? Well, they're pretty easy to get. Just fill out this form and have a doctor sign it. Maybe an audiologist will say you have balance problems and can't walk far. Or a psychiatrist will say you're depressed. Those are ways to get a placard.
Doctors get very low fees on HMO capitation, so that what's it to the doctor to fill out a form for you to keep you as a patient?
Robert Planthold helped write a grand jury report on the problem almost 10 years ago and has been fighting for reform ever since.
There was a place in San Francisco where we were told if you went for $750 in cash, you would get a completed form authorized by the right type of medical practitioner.
But nothing was done. So the problem is massive. Is this the answer?
We think the DMV, clearly, if they listen to their own investigators, would realize the magnitude of this problem.
Democrat Mike Gatto and Republican Eric Linder have joined together to ask for an audit of DMV procedures. A Republican and Democrat working together? When was the last time you heard that happen in today's political atmosphere?
The benefit of the audit is that it's going to bring to light the issue of whether enforcement is enough or whether there needs to be some additional changes.
Like whether balance or parking anxiety is an appropriate reason to park at any meter without paying as long as you want. That's what you get with one of these passes. And we should point out that it is the disabled community itself that wants these changes because they don't think that anybody should abuse it. It's taking their parking spots away for people that really shouldn't have them. In San Francisco, Mike Sugarman, KPIX 5.
That's crazy. They're giving away disabled for anxiety. I have anxiety parking and driving in Florida every day I go out on the road. I feel like I'm taking my own life into my hands. So I don't know where they're getting this whole anxiety is worthy of a parking permit, a placard, and free parking or disabled parking wherever you feel like. That's crazy. Along with the whole depression thing and, you know, the autoimmune balance, that could be like a vertigo. That could be legitimate. I could kind of see that as being a thing. But being depressed or being anxious, that's not a reason to get to park any closer. That doesn't affect your ability to walk. If you're anxious in parking lots, that's a whole nother issue in its own. And I'm sorry if there's anyone in the chat who might be anxious or depressed. It's nothing against your issues. It's just that that issue doesn't correlate to a parking issue. It's two separate things, if that makes sense. And hopefully a crackdown will take care of that in San Francisco. 1 in 8 people? No way. It's a bunch of illegals who bought parking permits or paid off doctors or whatever. That's the other problem. Doctors are willing to just take the money and get paid. I mean, it's lucrative. You heard $750, $500. We did a video here where a guy was collecting like $400. It's a lot of money. If you're just doing even a few a week, you're making a couple $1,000s a week. That's big money just to sign off on a piece of paper. I think the crackdown, though, they would have to go to each person and then confirm that they actually have the medical disability or the reason, the legitimate reason with the legitimate doctor. That would be a lot of manpower and labor to confirm every single one of those people actually deserve the placard and have it, from a doctor that's licensed and for a reason that's legitimate. They'd have to dig into their medical history. So we'll have to see how that works out. San Francisco trying to crack down on it. They should do that in a lot more cities, especially here in Florida as well. It's a big problem. As always, thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate it. If you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for more videos all weekend long through Labor Day and next week and next month and the rest of the year. As always, I appreciate you being here. And until next time, have a great night.